What is up, guys? Welcome back to the Vibes Podcast. I'm here with Christian and Joel again. How y'all doing?
Good.
Why is this so funny the second time? Alright. This is the second time we've done this.
Yes, it is.
So funny as hell, though.
Same setup. Hasn't changed a bit besides the mics. We finally got them working properly, I hope. My fault. I do have, we all have like weird outfits on today.
Nah, you have a weird outfit on. You have a weird outfit on. You just got done selling cars. Shit, name.
Bro, I think this is fire. I got this at Forever 21, bro. $10. It's on clearance. Probably because no one fucking wanted it. $9.99, no tax.
Wow.
This is no tax on clothing.
You was by yourself when you made that purchase, right?
No, I was with my ex.
Oh.
Yeah. She made me like, she was like, oh, I think we need to come back first. If it's still here, then it's meant to be. And it was still there. It was the only
So you wanted this?
I wanted this, yeah. Yeah. Why? It's fucking wild. That's fucking wild. So the theme for today is kind of, I guess, my topic, since no one else came up with a fucking topic for this week, which is love/lust. How cool is that?
Not.
We're gonna be talking about love. The Certified Lover Boy gang is talking about love or lust. What are your thoughts on love, Christian?
Why you gotta ask me first?
Yo, bro, like
it can mean a lot of things if we're being honest. Like, I mean, for all of us, it's different. Like, how you see it, how I see it, and how Joe sees it. But for me, I mean, like, I don't really know. I'm still trying to figure it out. So, we know you're in love, so.
yeah, I'm in love, so. I mean. Oh, man. Nah, it's, you'll know it's love when, I guess it's kind of hard to explain it, but you'll know it's love when you find the right one. So, you know what I'm saying? Like, for right now, I get like, you understand where you're coming from. You're still trying to figure it out and search for it. But you'll know what love is when you find the right one. So just give it time.
So the reason for the topic was because you like, and it's actually great that you said this because this actually makes it so much easier to explain why I chose the topic. You said you'll find love when you know, right? You'll understand. You'll know when you found love because you'll feel it, right? But now, how do you know to differentiate what's love and what's lust? Because you can think that you love someone, right? But you're honestly just there for the moment. What's happening? That instant gratification, right? What you're getting from it, that like want to be with that person, but not necessarily that love to be with them. Like if you can't, like if you're obviously when you start dating someone, that honeymoon phase, right? Yeah. What happens then when that goes out? I feel like that's kind of when you realize like whether you actually love the person or if it's just lust.
That's what I'm saying. That's when you realize if you love the person. Because at first, when you first start talking to the person, nah.
Bro, just smiling. I like you explaining, bro. You're a cute guy.
It's crazy. But like when you first start talking to the person, everything's good. But you'll know when you love her when you can accept her mistakes and like she can accept yours, and you guys can just accept each other for who you are. You know what I'm saying? Because I could think and be like, oh, I think I love you, and I'm gonna just say it. But then, as like the days come and you get to know each other more, then you start to realize, okay, like I love this person, even though her flaws. Like everybody has flaws. Yeah. But if you can accept that and move forward and still be there for each other, that's when you know you love her. You know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. So it like I said, it takes time, but then you gotta also understand her perspective and your perspective. When y'all put that into consideration, then that's when you realize, okay, like I love this person. She loves me back. You know?
Yeah.
That's how I look at it.
Don't look at me.
I agree because like there's just certain like extents to it because I feel like I'll have situations where I'm not that into someone, but I'll be obviously like I'll go out with them and stuff, and like I mean. I'm not going to sit here and say certain situations, but we know certain situations that recently just happened, like not too long ago. All right. Where like, for me, that is just lust. Like, I'm not there for anything more. I've been very clear about that. But it also gets to a point where like, now how do I differentiate if she's just here for lust as well, or if she's here for love? Because if she's there for love and I'm there for lust, or vice versa, it kind of fucks with like the whole mentality of what you're going through. Like if, for example, if someone is there, right, and like say I'm dating this girl, whatever, and I'm telling her I want a relationship, and she's telling me, yeah, I want one, and then I figure out at the end she just wants to have sex. And then we figure out like, okay, well now I'm heartbroken because she doesn't want to be with me anymore, right? Because now like sex she could have with any other guy, right? Whether it's good or bad, like she could always find someone else. As to where love, like if I'm starting to fall in love with this person, she doesn't want me anymore, then that puts me in a situation where now I'm upset, I'm sad, and like I could be angry, whatever, with the situation. And then love for me in the future is going to get even more confusing. And I feel like society nowadays, you have so much lust and not enough love, and it kind of blurs the line between the two. So what are your opinions on that?
That's a very good way to put it, though. No, it's a very good way to put it, because along the lines, you do get confused, because you start to realize, like, damn, like, I'm confused if I'm in love, or... Because that comes with trust, too. Like, it takes a lot of trust for you to be like, okay, I love this person. Does she love me back? And then you start overthinking. So you're like, if this happens, you put yourself in situations, and it's hard. Once you get to that point, you're like, you're confused. You don't know what's what. But that's what I'm saying. I feel like people, at the same time, you're being honest with her. If you're telling her you want a relationship, she should have the same respect to tell you, you know? Now, if she says, like, oh, I want a relationship, and then she lies to you, it's a fucked up situation either way, because at that point, you can't even do nothing about it. Like, if she's going to lie to you, she's going to lie to you, you know what I'm saying? So at the end, it's just a fucked up situation. But like I said, like, you'll know it's love when you start doing things that you've never done before. Like, you'll go out of your way to do things that you've never done before.
Yeah.
So once...
you know that.
Yeah.
That's wild.
Okay,
That was wild. That one. Yes, sir.
That's wild. That's it. Nah, but yeah, it's just like you'll start doing things you've never done, and from there it just grows, bro. Like love doesn't like just start off fresh start, you know. It's something that you build up. So like you don't walk into something and be like, oh yeah, I love that. Nah, you put your all into it, and then that's how you develop it. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, so you gotta communicate. Like you both, like you and that person have to be on the same page and be like, yo, like this is what we want, and then you move on from there. But like if this person wants something else and then you want something else, and he's like, okay, damn, but then you still mess with the person, but you have to like think about it like, nah, like we're not on the same page, so you just gotta move on.
That's where I say like the lines get so blurred, because he's got his phone on. That's where like the lines get blurred, because like, bro, if you think about it, like, yeah, communication, right? Who communicates nowadays? Like, bro, I'm gonna be honest with you. If I'm sitting there and like I think a girl is attractive, and she tells me like, oh, I want a relationship, and I say I don't want a relationship, but I'm willing to see where it goes, that automatically is like a no for her. But that doesn't mean that like she thinks like that's like I don't want a relationship, bro. But like right now, in my current state of what I'm going through, who I am as a person, I don't want anything serious. I don't want anything with commitment, because I'm not ready for that. Like I'm still getting into a point of my life where like I'm turning 26 in 2 months. You're turning 21. Fuck you. You're turning 22 next month. Like you both are turning 21, 22 next month. I'm turning 26 in March. Like we're like getting a year older every year, you know, it doesn't change. Just quick maths if you didn't know that. But like, and it gets to a point where like now I'm in a situation where I just want to like focus on myself a bit, but I also want to meet people. Like I don't want to kind of like, because you never know when you're going to meet the right one.
No, you
like,
don't.
You don't. Like it's your situation now where like you were not looking for anything, and it kind of just like
it's
fell
like
upon
it
you.
comes like I look at it like God will put it there, and you won't even expect it. Like it'll just come to you naturally. Yeah. That's also how you know like when it's the one. When it comes naturally and it's not forced, that's when.
Yeah, and it's like you can only like, I feel like you can only be yourself to a certain extent. And now like nowadays with like how society is, like I God forbid like I tell a girl like, hey, I just want to fuck, Like you're like a villain, bro. And it's like it's cool. Like that's okay. Like it's okay to like for someone to look at you and be like, well, that's not what I want, and I'm okay with that. But like if a girl tells me like, oh, I just want to have fun, like a recent situation where this one girl we all know like told me like I think I told you, I don't know if I told you, she literally just told me like, hey, I'm not looking for anything serious right now. If it comes, it comes. But like, I just want to have fun. I just want to meet new people. Whatever comes through, if the vibe's cool, like whatever. Like maybe there'll be like casual thing. Maybe it'll just be a friendship. But whatever. Like I'm just down to go out and meet new people and stuff. And for me, that was like the perfect thing to hear because that's exactly what I'm looking for. Like I'm looking to just have fun, bro. If I have friends, cool. If I have more than that, cool. If like a relationship blossoms, cool, bro, because you never know what's gonna happen. But at the same time, it's like, how could you like look when people are like, especially on Hinge, like they got that thing of like, what are you looking for? And it's like, bro, relax, bro. Like, calm down. Like, why you need to pressure someone to ask them what they're looking for? Why? Because if I say I'm not looking for a girlfriend at this exact moment, then I'm fucking, oh, I'm sorry. Like, I'm not going to be your girlfriend in a week. I'm not gonna, your boyfriend, sorry. You're not going to be my girlfriend in a week. Like, I'm not going to be your boyfriend in a week. Like, it takes, like, months to get to know someone, like, properly. And, like, your situation's different. Like, y'all are in a relationship, like, in a short time. But, like, it was a whole completely different situation. Y'all knew each other already. But like as to where like you're meeting someone for the first time, bro, it takes a while to get to know that person. And that's if like I could find someone physically attractive. Mm-hmm. Bro, there's so many hot girls out there if you like and like beautiful women. And then you look at them and it's like, oh, they're gorgeous. And then you talk to them and it's just like, bro, I cannot have a conversation with this person. Yeah. Like I don't want to talk to them. They're boring.
That's why like you can't go off by looks.
Exactly. Yeah, looks are important. Yeah, I'm not gonna say like I'm not gonna sit there and like sorry for the fat
girls.
Appearance
is gonna attract you. But
sorry for the fat girls, but if you're fat, I'm not gonna go for you. And like that's just me. Like I'm not fat. I'm a chill. Like I'm pretty skinny. I'm getting a bit heavy, but I'm losing weight. That's fuck you. Like I want someone who's like thinner than me because like I'm not trying to get crushed. The reality of it is like. I'm not attracted to that. Doesn't mean that like I've never been with a fat girl because I have been, but like, bro, when times are rough, times are rough and it happens. But that's
that one time.
It was 3 times.
3?
Yeah, I think it was 2 actually. I'm not gonna say 3, but 2 for sure, definitely. Yeah, one I was just drunk. I didn't remember.
I remember. Yeah, that's.
Yeah. Then the next day, like I went to go see her, bro. I looked like a whole man.
Again?
No, like I made out with her when I was drunk. Oh. And then the next day is when like she was like, let me swallow your kids. It's a wild text to send, by the way. So I just went to her place, picked her up, did it in the car. But when I picked her up, I'm waiting to see where she is, bro. And this like fucking like Gorlock looking ass girl comes out, bro. And I'm like, oh, fuck, bro. I honestly don't even remember her name. Like her like Instagram handle is like Elmo or something. So, like, I don't remember her name, and she was German. I was just like, fuck, bro. I was so drunk. I thought this girl was so hot because she had tattoos and, like, a nose piercing and lip piercing and shit. Bro, but I was like, you know what? It is what it is. Did it, then had a game the same day, bro. Literally dropped her right back off. She was like, all right. I was like, you want to eat first? She was like, nah, let me just swallow your kids and go home. And I was like, all right,
no food? Wow.
No food, yeah. And then another one, like, I drove all the way to... like 2 hours away to go meet this girl, stay at her house, and the picture that she had on Tinder was completely different than...
You drove 2 hours?
I drove 2 hours to stay at her house for the weekend, and the picture that she had on Tinder was completely different than the picture that, like, the picture I saw in person. And when she was like, oh yeah, those pictures are a bit outdated, like, they were from a few years ago, and I'm just like, god damn, bro, like, 4 cats in the house, I'm allergic to cats, and I'm just like... Bro, but at that point, and I told, she was like, oh, I'm just gonna make food for myself. You want to go upstairs and like unpack? I was like, yeah, I'm super tired. Like, can I just take a nap? She's like, yeah, I woke up, bro, and like she's kissing my neck and shit. And I was just like, honestly, I'll just run a quick one and then dip. And I just like, oh, my dad's birthday's coming up, bro. We were in like fucking June or something. My dad's birthday's in October and in August, and I just dipped, bro. I was like, yeah, I forgot, I gotta buy his present and shit, bro. I just dipped out, never talked to her again. Sorry. If you're watching this, which I mean,
that's fucked up.
Bro, it is what it is, bro. Like, we have a saying in Portugal, and it's called a whale out of the water. And as fucked up as that sounds, bro, like, it's just like what it is, bro. I'm not gonna sit here and like accommodate to people that I don't find attractive, and that's what we're now bringing back to is lust. And that's a great segue to come back to lust is when you find someone attractive physically, and you don't get to know their personality or who they are as a person. and you're just sitting there for the sex or for the like, you know, the intimacy, what then constitutes that as, how can you then differentiate that from love and lust? And I feel like a lot of people don't understand that two different thing. In his case, like he had an easier situation because they were not intimate like instantly, you know what I mean? Like they obviously have like their own situations and stuff, and like they had to get to know each other. And for them, it was like, for him, it was a lot easier. He's also like a little, you know, a lover boy. So like, you know,
he's the certified lover boy.
He is definitely like, no, but like out of all of us, he's definitely number one. Like,
you're number one.
I'm definitely not number one.
You're the last one.
How am I the last one?
No, you're the last one.
How am I the last one?
After what you just said just now?
What? Yeah, you put yourself on that.
Nah, but like that was like a few years ago, bro. I'm a changed man. I was in the. No, I've been in. All right, real quick. No, real quick. What has been your longest relationship?
4 years.
4 years.
Okay, you.
Me is 2 years.
Okay, mine's 4 years. You live with the girl? I lived with her. I lived with her, and she cheated. Fuck you, by the way.
Yeah,
hope you're living your best life, you fat bitch. It's wild. I saw a picture of her the other day. Because I'm trying to get like, I told you guys, like I was trying to get my my dog's like booklet and stuff. To bring her here. And I had to fucking text her, so I had to fucking go out of my way to find her. Oh, I still talk to like her stepbrother, who she doesn't talk to because her dad unfortunately passed away. Great guy, feel bad. And like he gave me her number. He's like, "Yo, don't tell anyone. Like I gave it to you." And I was like, "All right, no worries." So I texted her, bro, and like her profile picture was with the man she cheated on me with, bro. And like he was fat already. Bro, he had like bigger titties than her, bro. Like that type of fat. No hate, but like you can't be fat and then you know think you're the shit, and then claim you have hella money and don't. But that's fine. And like it's bad when like her own dad was clowning on him, saying like, "How did you go from a man to a pussy?" But that's besides the point.
That's crazy.
That is crazy. That's actually, I have an audio of that. That's so funny. But I saw her and bro, mad fat, bro.
Audio.
Yeah.
Yo.
Oh fuck. I keep all the receipts. Don't fuck with me. I keep all the receipts. But like I gave it all for that girl. Like I swear to God. So like when you say like lover boy, like I was and still am to an extent a certified lover boy. Like what, in like less than 6 months bro, I proposed. And like I thought it was gonna be like the one, and I like had all these plans and all these ambitions, and like bro, you saw like it ended, and like my whole life kind of like disintegrated for me. Like I quit my job, I wasn't paying bills, like I was just kind of at home doing nothing, stressing out about everything. And like if it wasn't for y'all, bro, I would have been back in Portugal. I would have fucked off, man. I wouldn't have done anything with my life. Probably would have been the same thing that I was doing before meeting her, which was like in debt, not being able to work because I couldn't find a job, like being like a low life, not doing anything with my life. And now like kind of like I'm in a situation where I'm having all these different opportunities arise, and now I can like kind of just like cherry pick each one of them. Like if I want to go here, I can go here. If I want to go there, I can go there. And and that's why I say like I don't know in my certain situation if what I had with my ex was love or if it was lust. And like I find myself thinking about it sometimes, which is like, because obviously like I miss the good times that we had. I don't miss like the bad times because there was a lot of fucking bad times, and you know, obviously that's why it didn't work out. But there's also like, was it that I was with her because of sex? Was it because like I knew that like, because I literally, while we were in the car waiting for you to pick you up, I was reading through like the old messages to take screenshots of like all the time she talks shit about her mom. Long story. When I found more, and then like I was scrolling through the messages, and because I have the new iPhone, the newest like whatever, I got the new phone, right?
Shit.
No, not the 16, but when I got like the 15, I just come out and I got the 15. So like my messages are from like whatever. I got like a new iCloud and all my messages disappeared and stuff. So like it's starting from whenever I got a new iCloud in like July, I think it was, whatever it was. So like, bro, I'm looking at it and I'm just like, half the time she's literally saying like, oh, like a lot of the arguments we had, she's like, oh, you never care about when I'm like talking, when I'm having stuff, but like when I'm riding you and we're having sex, like then you'll hear me, then you care. And it's like at that time when I was reading it, I was like, yo, this fucking bitch is stupid. Like, what the fuck does she think?
Did that like make you overthink? Like, damn, like, am I really here just for the sex?
That's what I thought, yeah. And I thought to myself, like, was I just there for the sex? But then, like, there's also that point of, like, I proposed. Like, I wanted to be with her. I gave up everything, bro. Like, I was literally leaving the house that I'm at now to go pay $2,000, $2.5 grand and fucking just rent alone. Let alone, like, something I couldn't even afford, bro. Like, we fabricated and, like, she photoshopped my, cover letter. Not the offer letter from my job. For instead of I was making $1,000 a week, I was making $4,000 a week. So we would be able to qualify for the apartment because her job and my job alone did not qualify. So we had to lie to be able to qualify. And then I'm thinking to myself, like, how are we gonna pay this, bro? I have a car bill, insurance, a phone bill, gas every month. Like, we're gonna have to spend utilities. We're gonna have to get groceries, bro. Like, there's gonna be all these fucking things. Then I wanted to bring my dog. Then we have to pay for like a pet because here in the U.S. you have to pay, or at least in Jersey, you have to pay a pet rent. So it's like you pay every month an extra like $30, $40, $50 for a pet to live there, and you're only allowed one. Or like, and then you have to have pet insurance here because God forbid anything happens. Like, it's expensive, and bro, it's just all this fucking thing, life insurance, like health insurance, like all this different shit that like before I didn't give a fuck because I was by myself, I could afford it. Now being with someone, then like she wants a manicure, she wants like all this stuff, and it came to the point where I was doing it. So does that mean that I was in love with her because I was doing all that and happily doing it, or does that mean that like I was doing it because I wanted to maintain that lust that I had with her? And that's where like I brought this conversation up, and I've kind of been going on for a while now, so I want to let you guys kind of chime in. What do you guys like see? Because Joel was more in depth with my relationship than you were, but you kind of got the last ending of it.
That was in my relationship.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
I mean, what do you want to say?
Yeah, I'm gonna let you go.
You already like. Should I explain mine? I feel like I'm gonna explain mine because I feel like a lot of people really don't know. I mean, y'all know. I mean, I was fine until that day. We was at Wawa. We was in the car.
Yeah.
So the reason why like that like threw me off is because Joel told me, he's like, yo, like I've seen like what you've done, and then like to hear that, it's just like damn, like it like threw me off. Like it really like I took a step back and I was like, yo, like
you're talking about your ending, right?
Yeah.
Like already after ending, what like the whole situation with the social media and stuff, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
I wasn't really bothered by it, like, you know, but like it's so crazy because you say like she told me, she was like, oh, like I'm gonna be there for you, like, because bro, at the time where I had like anxiety, I couldn't go to sleep, bro. Like y'all don't know this, bro. I would literally have like panic attacks in my sleep.
Mm-hmm.
Like it would,
I think you told me once. Yeah.
Like, that shit, like it would really like mess me up. So she's like, oh yeah, I'll be there for you, bro. I was there for her. Like she told me she got hurt, bro.
I know. We were in the party, bro, and it was like, bro, and I'm not saying this to be an asshole. She was like dead guilt tripping you, bro. Like she was like, oh, my ankle, like I fell on my ankle, I think I broke it, whatever. And then she's like, oh, I've been vomiting all day because of it. Like, first of all, I've never heard someone vomit because they broke their ankle all day. Like, just didn't make sense, bro. And then she's like, she used all of that to keep you on the phone, and like that for me at least. Like I even told you, I think I told you that day, I was like, bro, it don't seem like she's there for you. I think like she's keeping you in her life because she wants to like make sure that she has an opportunity to still have you. Because obviously she was very like open and like actively like, you know, communicating that, not just to you, but to everyone, that she still wanted to be with you and she was sad and all this stuff. And it got to a point where like I felt like she was just doing things for you or trying to be with you. Or be around you to satisfy her need for that, maybe that lust, like, or maybe the love that she wanted. And that kind of goes back to like the topic again of lust or love, which is like such a great, I feel like for us three, it's just such a great topic to like kind of discuss about. But go ahead and.
But it's like, it's like crazy because like she'll like really look me dead in my face and be like, oh, like, I feel like you never loved me. But like, there'll be times, bro, like, I'll literally be in my room, I'll literally cry, like, damn, like, what can I do better? Like, you know, like literally planning out like 10 years. Damn, like what can I do? Like I want to do this. Like I'm gonna get this career job.
Mm-hmm.
Then I'm gonna like buy a car, buy a house, and then like do everything. Like planning shit out, like trips, like what I'm gonna do. But then for her to be like, oh, like no, you never loved me, like you never cared about me. It's like so crazy because like some people be like, oh, like let it go, but it's just like no, like that shit really sits. Like certain stuff that she said to me still to this day, like will literally haunt me because it's like you really don't know like what I'm thinking or like what I have planned out. So
yeah, I agree 100%. I think nowadays, and maybe Joe can speak about this as well, because I feel like he's gone through this a lot, where people don't really understand where like when it comes to like guys or men or even like boys, bro, like little kids, like growing up in school and stuff, like everyone goes through shit, but it's always like a girl will cry, bro, and you're sitting there and they're like, oh shit, like what's wrong? Are you okay? And like a guy's crying and it's just like, bro, what a fucking weirdo. Like, what the fuck is he crying about? What a nerd. Or like, oh, he's probably going to shoot up the school. Like he's depressed. Yeah. He's that, like that, bro, like that's how it goes, bro. Like I'm talking about my situations in school, bro. Like if like there was a kid crying, bro, like they used to always joke around, be like, yo, he gonna shoot up the school. Watch out. Like, and this is not things to joke around about. Like, bro, like, we go through shit that people don't understand, especially like the older society. Like I'd love to have a conversation one day with like my mom or my dad and like try and explain to them just like a fraction of the things that I feel, bro, because they don't understand it.
Yeah, no.
Like I've tried to talk to my mom and be like, Mom, like this is what I'm feeling, and she doesn't get it. For her, it's like, okay, you guys aren't together anymore. Okay, go find someone else, or like focus on yourself. For my ex's mom telling me to like all the love that I gave her to give now to myself, like, bro, don't work like that, bro. Like the reason that like I had so much love to give to her, bro, is because I wasn't loving myself, and like I'm super hyper critical about myself. Like everything I do wrong, I get annoyed with, and I feel like no matter what the issue is, what the conversation is, what the agenda is, like it's always, if I do something wrong or I feel like I've hurt someone or annoyed someone, I am so critical. Like I'm that type of person where like I'll talk to someone, like, bro, the waitress yesterday, bro, I got rejected, bro. Like I got home, bro, I kept thinking about that, bro. I woke up, I kept thinking about that. I'm like, fuck, yo, like that was embarrassing. Like I probably shouldn't have said that. Like I hope I didn't make her feel uncomfortable. Or, like fuck, I hope she's not like thinking that like I'm fucking some like weirdo, bro, because I asked for a number, like all this shit. And in reality, like, bro, who gives a fuck? I'm probably never gonna see her again. Yeah. But because I'm so hyper like critical about myself, and like I'm always on top of myself and always like putting myself down, like I'll make excuses for everyone else but myself. And sometimes like you have to have an excuse for yourself. Like if I'm playing soccer, bro, I let a goal go in, like, oh, it's my fault. But in reality, bro, if like I were to look at the video, if there was a video of it and I look back, I could see like it being like, okay, well, the defender didn't block it, or he made a bad pass, and that's why the ball got there, and then no one was there to cover, and then the ball went in because like now I'm by myself against two different guys. And it's like, but then I'll think to myself like, oh, I should have saved that. That's my fault. And I've always been like that. So when it comes to relationships, I'm 10 times worse, because now I'm in a position where like I'm fighting for something I want to be with this person, and when they like think that I'm doing something bad, I don't understand it. Bro, I'm sitting there fucking analyzing that shit like a fucking like a ESPN data analyst, you know what I mean? like like I'm sitting there for hours, we're trying to figure that shit out. So but I do want to ask Cristian, and then we'll go on to Joel. Because Joel hasn't spoken in a little bit. I want to hear his voice. Sexy boy. Which is like, obviously before your current relationship, how would you deal with something when you would have a bad day? Like, what is your way to deal with it? What makes you feel better at the end of the day? If you're having a bad day and you're not like, obviously like you're not with someone, because I know that like your girl currently like helps you out with that stuff. You could talk to her and like that's a support system you have. But before that, especially like after your last like a situation happened, how were you making yourself feel better every day, or trying to at least trying to overcome that battle?
It's crazy because like you would think that having people around you would make it easier, but sometimes it makes it harder. So like, like sometimes when you have a full circle and you have constant people talking in your ear and everybody's talking at once, you kind of get lost. You're like, damn, like what do I do? Everybody's telling me something different. But when you're alone, you know what I'm saying? You take the time to just think about what's going on, what's happening, and you kind of reflect on your mistakes. And it's crazy because you're gonna get upset at yourself for what goes wrong. Like it couldn't be your fault. Like the girl could have done something wrong, but you're gonna blame yourself first. Because you're gonna be like, damn, like I let it get to that point. And so then, like at that point, it's better to be alone than to be in a circle. Because when you're alone, you kind of connect with yourself more than what you would do with a person. Like, you get to understand how you are. So, I mean, like you once told me, you live day by day. Like, every step of the way, you can't, like, if you do something wrong, it's already in the past. There's no going back in time. You can't go back in time. You can reminisce and you could be sad and hurt, but you can't go back and change it. The only thing that you can change is moving forward. So what you do is, every day you do the things you like. So if I'm having a bad day, I'll go play basketball. That's one of my therapies. If I want to go to work, it's a great distraction. I go to work, I try to just get the job done and come home. Talking to you guys, on the game. It's just like, I have ways to vent, but I do it too as in like, I like to be alone. Yeah. Like when I'm venting, I like to be alone. I'll disappear. Like I won't talk to people. I like to just take my space and time because it's not even about me not trusting people with my problems. It's more about people don't understand you. Like when you go through something, they won't understand you. You know what I'm saying? Like I don't even talk to my parents about my problems because for them, they look at it as like how they would solve it. Yeah. But you can't look at it like that because it's me. I'm not asking how you would solve it. I'm asking you for like advice or something. But if you take it as like, oh, but this is what I would do. No, I'm not asking you that. I know that's what you would do. That's you. Even though you're my parents, like you're my mom, you could be my dad. That's how you would do it. I'm trying to ask you, like, I don't know what to do because it's me. And I'm in that position. So that's the thing you were saying earlier. Like, nobody's going to understand you because they're not in your shoes. You know what I'm saying? So, like, you have to learn how to kind of fight your own battles and put yourself in a position to where you can move forward. You know what I'm saying? Yep. How do y'all feel?
No, that's definitely right. I mean, not like yesterday, bro. See, we were like, me and you were around, like, people. Yeah. But then we was like on the verge of just like being over, bro. I was literally about to get up and just walk out. Yeah, I was just like, nah, like.
I mean, I'll say it. So I don't know if like you're comfortable saying it, but like for me at least, I was on my phone and like I was just looking at like reminiscing. I started stuff. It though. You did start it, yeah. But like, I just wanted to like show him that I had the same thing, and I was like, oh yeah, look. And then like he made a comment. And that specific comment is what kind of like broke me, and I had to like literally like I just locked my phone.
You want to say it? You can say it.
Yeah. Yeah. So basically, like we were, he was looking at his phone like with his ex, and he was just like showing, or not with his ex. He was showing like he's looking at like pictures and stuff of his ex, of him and his ex and stuff, and he was just kind of reminiscing about it. And I went to go show him like, yo, I got the same shit, which is wild. And like neither of us deleted it yet. And like, it's a hard thing to delete because it's like you're kind of like leaving it in the past afterwards. You're erasing it, and it's a fucked up thing to like think about, especially when like we've gone through like so much with that person. And so I was looking at mine, he was looking at his, and I literally said like I'm looking at it, and I'm like, I'm looking at videos and pictures and like live like screenshots of like FaceTimes and shit where like I'm holding it and I'm seeing and hearing her voice, and like the person that she is today, the person that I saw yesterday, but you guys know the situation, the person I saw yesterday, bro, and like the anger and resentment and hatred towards me is not the person that I knew when I was engaged to her, dating her before we even dated. When I knew her in 2017, like this is not the same person. And it's like the fact that like he then said, Cristian then said like, this is someone that like I used to think about like, and like I used to think like this is the person I'm gonna marry, and it's like, bro, I was engaged to her, and that broke me because it's like, bro, now the person that she is anything that she can use to hurt me, talk shit about me, to bring my character down, to bring me down, she will do. Like the fact that she texted my mom today is wild. Why are you texting my mom like to solve an issue that's between me and you. Like, why is your mom getting involved in issues like stupid lies like that she's afraid of me, but then comes to my house and asks me to come outside to come get my glasses or to speak to me, like stuff like that. Like, and I saw that and I was just like, bro, it just broke my heart, and I was literally on the verge of crying. I mean, obviously you were too. Like,
Yeah, I had to laugh. You might have started laughing, but I had to laugh because I was looking about it.
I just had to look up. Like, if I was like looking down, like all the tears would have rolled out. So I just looked up. I took a breather, bro, and like it's shit because you know, like relationships are cool when you're in them. When you break up and it's not amicable, like I've always tried to make breakups amicable. I feel like when you like break up, in a friendly way, there's always going to be that like, okay, that's good. Like, I don't have to talk to you anymore. But like, it was a good breakup. Like, it's done. Like, you know, each move on. It didn't work out. I'm sorry.
And I'm kind of like on good terms.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah,
and like, that's what I wanted to do. But it got to a point where it was like me trying to do that was upsetting her. And she just didn't want anything to do with me. And I was like, all right, fair enough. Like, you know, I just want to get you your shit back. I want to get my shit. Like, and I told you yesterday, like, the only reason I even went there to go give her her shit back was to get my sweater back, bro. I have a whole outfit now that has no sweater to it. So now I've got a pair of fucking sweatpants with no fucking sweater that, like, doesn't go with anything else. Like, it's a specific brand, bro. Like, and it was expensive. That shit was like $120 together. And in Portugal, like, that's fucking expensive. Yeah, for the fucking, the sweater and sweatpants. And that shit, like, I know you spent $130 on a shirt.
Oh, my
babe.
Wow, that's
like,
wild, bro.
Like,
Y'all better
for
than
me,
me.
that shit was expensive at the time, you know? And like, that's all I asked for back. And then like the moment that she threatened me saying like, oh, I'm going to get my man to come kick your ass and shit. First of all, I'm thinking like, what man, bitch? Like, who wants to deal with your crazy ass? Like, bro, as I was reading the messages, bro, every single argument ended with, I want to kill myself from her end. Oh, don't worry. And then like one of them was like, don't worry, I won't kill myself. I'm too pussy to do it. But I wish I would one day. I want to die. Like, it's always like, it was always the same thing. And I'm just like, bro, like, who wants to deal with that shit? Like, you can have as many mood stabilizers as you want to take. You're still going to be the same person you've always been that I've dealt with. You want to call me a liar and this and that and all this bullshit, that's fine. But like you can see like the difference of when we were together, peaches and roses. I love you. Oh, you treat me so well. Like you treat me better than my own mom treats me. All this shit. Like, I hate my mom. My mom's a cunt. Like, all this stuff. And then you hear like me now, like you hear her now about me, and it's like, fuck you, like your family doesn't love you, you're worthless, like you'll never amount to anything. You know what it is too, though? Like, she's butthurt. That's what it is. She's hurt because she knows that like she lost something. And I'm gonna be honest with the situation, and maybe I'm wrong, but this is how I view it: is she broke up with me, right, because of her mom. Because she would always, any argument, she would tell her mom. And her mom is like a therapist as well. So like, you've got two therapists. One that thinks like everyone's a fucking patient, which is her fucking dumbass mother, right? Who thinks I'm a fucking patient all the time. And like, then sits there, bro, and is unstable herself. Like, bro, when I called her to let her know I'm bringing this, like, I'm here to drop the stuff off, can you just like fucking someone take it and give me my sweater back and I'll leave? She was, bro, screaming at the top of her lungs, like, are you fucking crazy? I'm like, yo, relax yourself. Like, who the fuck do you think you are? But like, and then afterwards, I honestly, like, this is what I believe in. I think that for her, it was, I can't be with him now because if I'm with him, my mom will be disappointed in me and I'm going to have issues with my mom, and I don't want to have issues with my mom. Because when we tried to go back together, which you guys knew about because I had told you, she literally told me like, bro, my fault. She literally told me like that, like, oh, I was like, your mom knows like we're hanging out, we're watching a movie, and she was like, no. If I told her, she'd be super angry. And I was just like, why? Because you went and told her that we broke up. You went and told her that we had this argument. You went and told, like, everything that like, and that's like going back to like your relationship as well. Everything that like happens does not need to be said to people. I learned that in my first relationship, that every argument I had with my ex, I would go talk to my mom about. My mom then hated my ex, right? My mom hated my ex. With this one, my mom did not know anything. She knew one argument, and that's because we had broken up, and I told my mom, like, we broke up. My mom texted her like, I hope everything's okay. Like, he told me that you guys are not together anymore. I just hope you guys work it out. Like, whatever. And we ended up working it out like the next day, and it was fine. That was the only time. After that, I was like, I'm not going to talk. And the only reason I told my mom is because you didn't answer the phone. I didn't have your number at the time. And we still weren't even that cool anyways. Like, we had just started playing COD together. So just like work friends, basically. And then that's kind of where I was just like, all right, like, I need someone to talk to. I'm not talking to these people here because, I didn't really, like, I wasn't getting along with my family here, so I didn't really want to talk to them about it. They obviously didn't like the girl anyways. Like, they always talk shit about her anyways, so I really didn't want to be involved in that. It was doomed from the start, but I wish, like, I could have known if it was going to be love, if it was going to be lust, if it was going to be something that I could, like, prevent in the future. Because now when I go into something else, now I'm thinking about, like, do I really want to fucking deal with another person? Like, I just literally, like, was joking around now. Like, I got a text, and, like, literally yesterday, this girl texted me, and she said, like, we were supposed to hang out, and literally, like, we were supposed to hang out at fucking 7:30, right? At 5:48, she texted me, "What are you wearing? I'm in such a lazy mood right now, and I'm not gonna lie, I'm so tempted to wear pajamas, but I won't." 6:27, she puts a question mark. 6:35, by the way, I'm taking a shower because I'm getting ready. This is yesterday. She goes, "Hey, I think I'm going to stay home. I'm not going to lie. It stresses me out before I'm supposed to go somewhere with someone, and I received delayed answers. If you want to try for next weekend or tomorrow afternoon, we can try to do something." But I didn't even get ready at this point, to be honest, and it's a 45 to 1 hour drive for me. And I literally said at that exact moment, "Sorry, I was getting ready. I was in the shower, but we can reschedule. That's fine." And she was like, "I can get dressed fast. I just got so sketched when I was supposed to go out and don't get answered." Then proceeds to text me a bit later when I didn't answer for an hour. She said, "What are you looking for?" Which, again, we went back to like that. This is already through text message. Now I'm just like, bro, like, what do you mean? What am I looking for? Like, I don't know. Like, just relax. Like, let's just hang out, see what happens. And then I didn't answer that because I was playing with you guys. No, I wasn't even playing with you guys. I was playing with my friends from Portugal. And she texted me, "I'm convinced you're an L texter." And then I said, "Sorry, I really am. I prefer calls. LMFAO, that is terrible." And then I said, "But we can do a phone call in a bit if you're down." And like I said, I promise I try my hardest at texting. Like, I really do, but it's just hard, bro. I'm not on my phone 24/7. She's talking about all this stuff, right? Then she's like, what do you usually do when you're chilling at home?" I said, usually PS5, so like COD or FIFA. And then she said, "I have PS5 too, but only story games and Rainbow Six Siege. I'm probably gonna play some Baldur's Gate because it's chill."
What the fuck?
And then just now she texted me, "Well, lunch has passed," at 7:32. And I'm just saying, like, yes, lunch has passed. I didn't text you. I don't want to go out with you. That's the whole fucking point. We were supposed to have a phone call last night to see how you talk and how we vibe, and like that's why I did the phone call. And bitch thinks like, what? Like, you're an L texter? Awesome, great. Go find someone else who's gonna text you in 30 seconds. Like, I'm not your fucking boyfriend. I'm not your dad, and I'm not your fucking mother. Fuck off. Someone else too. I told you.
Yeah, I can't.
I crashed out. My fault. Crashing
Going
out.
off.
Word. I hate the moment.
Word. It's personal. It's a personal podcast.
Very personal. And
None of that is going in, please. None of that better go.
Well,
I swear. None of that better go in.
That's. I don't know. That's me.
it's not going.
Nope. You just needed that. You know what I'm saying? You just needed that.
A question that I have for Christian, and I thought about some questions before too. So this is pretty cool. Just get on one knee
Are
for
you
you.
gonna blow?
Nah. No. So my question is, with all the shit that was happening regarding your ex and having, like, obviously, I don't want to necessarily say like her talking shit about you, but her kind of like putting you down off of something that, off of a decision that you made because you were unhappy. And then, the whole social media thing of the blocking and all that. And then like making it like a scene, like, oh, I blocked him. I did all this. Like, what position, like, do you find yourself in now? Because now obviously, like, it's upsetting because that's your business. Shouldn't be told to anyone else, right? But at the same time, it's like she's now going out of her way to kind of make you seem like this bad person, when in reality, like, we all know it because we were there for it. We played with her. We liked the girl, right? We all said it like she's a chill person. But as a relationship, y'all just were not working. Where do you see yourself now in like dealing with that situation? Like, how are you holding up, or like how are you like preparing yourself to kind of, are you just like, oh fuck it, I don't care, or like, are you annoyed with it? Like, what's up?
Nah, like I definitely like look at it. Like when I first like saw it, like I was like, damn, like okay, like she blocked me, but I didn't really like think anything of it, because like people like in the moment they're like, oh, like I can't see him, I can't like have any contact with him. Bro, me, I always told her, like, even when I told her like I don't want to be in a relationship, I was very like nice about it. But I told her, I was like, yo, like I'll be here for you, like whatever you need, and I wasn't wrong because I did help her, right? But now like she'll be like, oh, like I'll be here for you too, like but then you block me. And then, like, you won't, like, say nothing to me. Even Joe, bro. Joe knows I was there. We were playing basketball. I was like, yo, like, can you get me and Joe? And I wasn't like, yo, like, can you get me now?
That's what got me the most. Yeah. So when you told me, I was fucking, I didn't know that because you didn't tell me until, like, a week later.
That day, bro, that, like, set me off because it's like, okay, this person said they're going to be there for me. When I need you, you're not there. But then, like, if it was the other way around, I'm like, okay, like, here, like, what do you need? I could do this for you. Like, but I look at it now and just like, okay, like, what are you really doing? Like, why are you being nice to this person who, like, say they love you? You want to
explain, like, the basketball situation?
So,
just like
it was a Sunday. Joe was doing something.
Joe was with his girl, and Joe was with his girl. He prepared something super special for her, and then afterwards, like she went home and he wanted to play basketball, so. Him and Christian went to go play basketball, and I went to go crack some girl.
Why you had to add that in?
That's pertinent to the story, and you know it. And we'll get into that, but go ahead.
So, bro, it was a Sunday. I woke up, bro. Mind you.
I think I called you.
You did call me.
I did call you.
I was knocked out.
Yeah, I called you.
But I woke up. No, I was up at like 6 a.m. I was cleaning my room.
You called me too, by the way.
I did call you.
Yeah, I went to go pick you up.
Where'd you go first?
I went to go pick him up.
I called Tony first.
Ah, fuck you.
That's why.
I mean, bro.
I went to go pick him up.
Oh yeah, okay, yeah. That's understandable. Nah, bro, I was up in the 6 a.m. cleaning my room, and he calls me like, "Yo, I'm trying to play basketball. Like, let's play basketball." I'm like, "I bet." I'm not gonna say no. Bro, I work all week. I look forward to playing basketball. So we go play basketball, bro. My dad's car at the time wasn't working, bro. Mm-hmm. So I'm like, alright, so I'm gonna Uber. So I Uber there, bro. I don't know how much it was. Like, I have the money to pay for an Uber, right?
Yeah, yeah.
So we played basketball. We left a little early because I wanted to go home.
Yeah,
because you wanted to go home.
We're not gonna say what happened at the
I wanted to go home, and Joe was like, "Yo, we out." So they offered us a ride, like Jermaine and everyone. And then Joe's like, no. I understand Joe. Joe, he don't like to ask anyone. Like,
yeah, no, but real quick, not to cut you off. Y'all will let me know after the podcast, right? I just want to know. All right. Nah, I just want to know. All right, but we can continue. But
yo, Joe, he don't like to ask no one for nothing. I'm the same way, bro. Like, I'll give you, same. Yo, Christian, like, can I get this? Oh, I got you, bro. But like,
nah, that's fucking bullshit, bro. Because like, this guy calls me one night. It's like 10:30 at night. He goes, yo. I was like, yo, what's up? I'm already laying down. He's like, I need you.
Pause. Don't say it like that.
He's like, nah, we need you. I was like, what the fuck you mean we need you? He's like, you already know what it is. What time you coming? And I was like, oh fuck. He's like, I was like, yeah, I'm picking y'all up. I bet. This is when your dad's car wasn't working. So fuck you. You do ask.
Okay, but I don't ask like consistent. Like, yo, Tony, like, yo, pick me up right now. No.
Nah. But you did ask me that day.
Yeah.
Yes, you did ask me that day, and I was on the way. That's why I said it was pertinent. I was on the way to crack some bitch.
Again?
No, that was the day.
Oh, Sunday?
Yeah, that's Sunday.
Yeah.
And then like, bro, and then when I went, that was the day that like I was gonna let you. I'm not gonna say it. I'm not gonna say it. But like, I'm not gonna say that. But that was the day I was gonna let you. Right? But hold up, and that was the day that the girl fucking didn't let me leave the house. She kept taking my keys and shit.
Yeah.
So that was fucking wild. And then that's when you told me that story afterwards. And if I knew, bro, I wouldn't have even gone. If I knew that like that happened, which is what you're gonna tell now, what happened, I would have fucking. You guys should just called me. I would have left. I would have been like, yo, I could crack her another
Because
day.
he told me, he's like, yo, call Tony. And I'm like, yo, Tony's in fucking Africa right now. Like, he's deep.
I was not deep, bro.
You were deep.
I was like 20 minutes away.
Yeah, that's deep.
Yeah.
Right? And it's fucking cold as shit
Africa's
outside.
wild.
It was cold
Cold as shit outside. So I'm like, fuck, like, I don't have no one. I'm like, okay, so, like, let me ask this person. Bro, mind you, I told you, I'm like, yo, I don't want to ask this person, but mind you, I'm like, okay, she said she'll be there for me, she'll help me. So I called her. I'm like, yo, like, can you pick up me and Joe? And on the phone, word for word, I'm like, yo, can you pick up me and Joe from basketball? I was like, if you don't want to, it's fine. But, like, can you? She was like, oh, like, I forgot what she said, bro.
I think you told me like she was like, yeah, I think so. Let me just see if I could use the car or something like that.
Nah,
She said she wasn't ready yet.
Yeah,
she said she wasn't
Oh, she
ready
said,
yet.
let me get ready.
Yeah,
right?
she's like something like that.
Yeah,
like,
I have
let
to
me
get ready. Yeah,
so
yeah.
me thinking, I'm like, okay, like, I'm thinking she's gonna come pick us up, right? Bro, me and Joe, we walk to a quick check. Bro, it's fucking cold as shit outside. We walk in, like, we buy, like, water and everything. Bro, I call her, like, bro, 2-3 times. No response. Next thing you know, I get a text. I can't get you.
Just like plain, I can't.
I
come.
can't get you. I swear I'll pull it up right now.
That just like that.
I'm so serious.
And what'd you reply with?
I didn't reply.
And then you never spoke again after that.
Nope.
And then that's when.
And I just
happened.
Ubered home. The reason why I didn't Uber home before is because I wanted to save money. It's not like I don't have the money. It's just like, okay.
But it was also like you guys split the Uber, right? Like
No, I just paid for it.
Oh, okay. I was gonna say like, oh yeah, because you guys live
That's
on like
the-
separate sides as well. Yeah. Where was the? It was like in between you guys, the basketball court. Was it where I brought you last time, or is it a different place?
No, that's that's where you brought me last time.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. So like, oh yeah. So it's fucking like, it's like 10 minutes from your.
It's like, 10 minutes from me,
your
from
place,
from
10
my
minutes
house,
from him
yeah.
as well. Yeah. But yeah, it's just like I just find that petty. Like I feel like she kind of did that on purpose. I'm not gonna lie to you. I feel like there's no reason for her to kind of sit there and be like, yeah, I'll come. I'm gonna come. Yeah, let me just get ready. Well, she didn't really say
But
it.
she didn't really say it, but like,
But let
yeah,
me
it's
get
kinda
ready
like-
is like, oh, I have to get ready,
yeah,
and then
I don't know.
hang up, and it's like she kind of like led you
Yeah,
on.
But she didn't even say, like, I was on the phone. She's hung up, like, I was like, okay.
Yeah. You think it was because of Joel, like him being there?
Nah, it's not
Because
Joel.
that's what I told you at the time.
Nah, I don't think it's Joel. I think it's just like she just doesn't want to see me or speak to me like at all. Like she just doesn't want anything to do with me because she knows like she's just gonna like it's just gonna be like the worst.
Like reminiscing type
Yeah.
thing. Yeah. And like I've said already, like she's not a bad person. Like I think that like she might be a bit childish for her age, which is normal. She's your age as well, like 20. So like it's normal for her to be a bit childish, but I think like at sometimes like she like I feel like she kind of needs that. Like it seems like she needs that validation, and to have someone like validate her feelings and like explain how like she's worth it and stuff like that. And like that's what you were kind of always doing.
Yeah, bro. People like someone asked me, someone asked me, they're like, "Yo, do you like still talk to this person?" Me, bro, I'm not out there like, "Oh no, like nah, we're not together no more." I literally try to play it off, like smile it off, like
Yeah, because you don't
what
want to
are
give that
talking about?
information
Like,
out. Yeah.
Yeah, but then like everyone knows. Everyone knows, but like I didn't really publicly say it like, oh, like we're not together.
Well, you're not the one who publicly said it.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, because like they just, bro, because we're always together, bro. Like,
Yeah, of course. Like even I remember when you guys first broke up, like I like you were like, shit, I gotta go to school, and I was like, oh, and what is that?
what the?
Nah, whose phone is that? Was that his? Was that yours?
What is that?
Bro, what ringtone
What the
is that?
fuck is that?
What? Bro, I feel like I was in a church right now, bro.
I'm like, yo, is it over?
Yeah, that's what I thought. I thought the credits were rolling.
Whoa,
It's a Bible thing.
yo,
That's what was that? A phone call?
Nah, it's a Bible thing. It's a Bible thing. At a certain time, I read.
The Bible? What's the verse now?
Yeah. Yo, nah, like
That's wild, bro. That fucking shit started singing and everything.
yo, I'm like,
Hallelujah. Like, bro.
it does that to me at the worst times too.
That's funny as hell. Man, better start picking an item or something, bro.
Wow.
Grab something out, bro. And then be like, man.
I remember that one time, I was at work and a manager of mine, was just talking to me and it started playing the same exact noise and she just looked at me and she's like, Wow, what's that? What's that?
Why you gotta
Accent.
friend?
Nah, but
Fucking dumbass bitch.
Oh my god.
They don't know what I'm talking about. But anyways, so what I was saying before is before fucking Joel's phone went off, is like I feel like you guys were going to school, right? And like you told me like you like, yeah, oh, I have class with her, I have to see her, because I even told you, I was like, yeah, so go to school, and you're like, nah, but I have to see her, like we just broke up. And I was like, fuck, what, you guys have the same class? And you were like, yeah, and we usually sit next to each other. And like you dead ass told me like, yo, I told her like just to sit next to me, so not to make it obvious. And for me, that's like, first of all, that's mad respect, because I would not do that. Like, I would tell her, like, yo, bitch, sit on the other fucking side of the room. Don't come next to me. I don't want to see you. If I'm breaking up with you, I don't want anything to do with you. But you had, like, the respect not only for her, but, like, for yourself and stuff. And, like, had, like, that, like, humility to be like, yo, listen, sit next to me. I don't want to be with you, but sit next to me because I don't want, like, drama coming out or, like, people knowing our business.
Because I know people are gonna ask like, oh, like how come you don't sit next to him? Like,
Yeah.
like,
Especially because they know
bro.
that you're together. Like, yeah, and exactly. And you're a private person, and there's no need to be, like, blurting out your business. And I think what upset, at least for me, if I was in your position, what would have upset me the most is the fact that she went around talking about all the business and blurting it out for everyone and making it seem like, even if she wasn't doing it purposely to make you seem like, make you seem like the bad guy, it was making you seem like the bad guy. And that's not fair to you, knowing like I know who you are. I know what you've sacrificed for her in a little time that like I've seen the relationship, bro. And like, it's not fair for her now to like say shit like that, like, oh, you never loved me. Like, that's bullshit, bro. Because like, bro, I know it because I saw it yesterday, bro. Like, you can't say like you don't love someone, like you've never loved me, when like, bro, man's looking at her pictures and like wants to tear up, wants to cry, and like he's having anxiety attacks because he's not with her. Like, that shit is real. Like,
But it's crazy though. It's not like she left me and then I'm looking at it.
Yeah,
It's like I
exactly.
left her
You
and I'm
left
still
her.
looking at
Yeah,
it.
exactly.
But like, it's not like I wanted to do it. I felt like I was being put in a position where it's like, yo, it's either you're gonna die or you're gonna fight for your life. Like, I'm getting put in a corner. It's just like, okay,
it was either
make a decision.
change or I gotta get out.
Yeah.
Yeah, because I mean, like when you guys broke up the first time, which was like, or the first time for around us. I don't know if there was.
You wasn't even supposed to hear that shit.
Yeah, I was.
Yeah, you weren't
exactly.
supposed
I
to.
wasn't
See,
supposed
you
to
see how low key I try to keep it. You weren't even supposed to hear.
So
I don't
like
know
his
why.
mic was supposed to be muted, and halfway through his mic unmutes. So like, I don't know if like, did you try to unplug it or?
No, I think I seen the orange button. I'm like, oh fuck, like, why am I muting? And then like click it, and I just kept talking.
Oh, okay,
And then you heard it, and then I have my headphones, and you're like, what the fuck is going on? And I look at my mic, and it's not orange. I'm like, oh, fuck, bro. I didn't even say anything. I didn't say that out loud. I'm like, fuck, bro. Like,
Oh,
now
on
I
the
have to.
controller.
Yeah.
Like, you looked at the controller, but you usually have it orange on your mic, right? Yeah. Okay. I do the
So
same
I'm
thing
like,
sometimes,
fuck, bro. Now I have to explain to this. I have to explain to you like why, like this and that. So.
Yeah, and like for me, that was like I told you, I was like, bro, it is what it is.
But it's
And,
so
like,
crazy because he didn't even know.
No, he didn't.
Yeah.
He didn't. And then like I remember like she called me that night right afterwards, and like, bro, I was like, I don't know what the fuck to do, because like I knew, and like I kind of like had to play it off like I didn't know, and like she's asking for support, and like it's like, oh, you're the only one I could talk to, and I'm just sitting thinking to myself like, bro, you talk all like that, you have all these friends, bro, like someone should be there for you. I'm the worst person to fucking talk to because this is my man, bro. It's like my brother. Like, I don't give a fuck what happened. Like, you could have cheated on her, bro, multiple times. Like, been a whole douchebag, bro, and a dick, and I still would have taken your side because that's like, you're my brother, bro. I'm not taking anyone else's side, bro. I'm supporting you. If he didn't want to be with you, end of story. That's it. And I kept saying that. You heard it because I had my mic on, like, bro. And at one point, bro, I had to say like, yo, my mom's calling me, and she wasn't, but like, bro, I couldn't be there anymore. Like, that's not like I'm her friend, but like you're my brother, and it's a different situation. And like, what got me more annoyed was the fact that the very next day, or the day after that, whatever it was, you get back with her. You made the joke on like the PlayStation 2. You were like, "Yo, re-signed another 3 years."
He didn't know, but
Like,
before
was
that,
like, re-signed. What team did what team did you sign for?
nah.
Yo, he was mad tight. Nah, that's why. You don't tell me nothing. You don't tell me nothing.
That's funny,
You don't tell me nothing.
Nah, but before that, like we were leaving work, bro. We were in the car. He knows like every time before like on a clock out, I go like make sure like go to her section like, yo, like I'm about to leave, like what are you doing? You're almost done, bro. He's like, I didn't even say nothing. I just walked out. We're in the car. He's like, yo, you're not like gonna make sure she's good. And I'm like, no, she's good. She's working, bro. 'Cause I didn't want to explain to him, like,
Yeah, I
all
knew
that
something
shit.
was up.
like, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, and then I think what got like me annoyed was the fact that, and this is when I told you like, nah, bro, like she's not gonna change, and like she could, and I said this last podcast, and I'll say it this one, she could blame me all she wants for you breaking up with her, and I would gladly take the blame because I did tell you like, bro, if you don't want to be with her, don't be with her, but like you need to make a decision. It's either yes or no. It can't be like yes today and no tomorrow. And
Actually,
yes.
no, we're gonna clarify that, bro, because I feel like it's not even your fault. It's not anyone's fault, bro. It's just like I made the decision by myself. There was no one convinced me. No one was like, "Yo, do it now." There was no one. I made the decision.
Okay, thank you. Appreciate that.
Because
All right.
you,
I
other
gave my
people,
opinion.
Joe would be like, "Oh, like
Yeah.
nah."
Joel said to stay with her, and he's still up until recently was like, get back with her, get back with her. He's like, y'all belong with each other, like, and bro, like I was always like, nah. Like you put the poll in the fucking group chat, and my answer was real quick, no. I said hell fucking no, and this man put yes, and I was like, Joel, take that shit, fucking erase that shit, put no.
That's how like y'all answers is what I think. Like you,
Like, yes and no,
so it's
yeah.
like yes and no. He'd be like, yeah, like, but you had fun, and you know all the memories, like you know you don't.
But then you look
like
at the
that,
negative things, and this is like
Yeah.
where like the reality sets in, which is you get back with her, and the first thing that she argues with you, like the first day y'all get back together, she's arguing with you because you're spending too much time with us,
Mhm.
and saying like, oh, like you're gonna go play with your new boyfriends, like who says that, or your new girlfriends, like who says that, bro? Like she just told you that, like, and I heard this during the conversation, bro. Her saying like, "Oh, I'm gonna do everything for us to be together. I'm gonna change. I'm gonna change. I'm gonna change. I'm gonna change. You know, anything you want, anything that you don't like, you tell me. I'll change it right away." Like, first of all, that's not healthy.
Mhm.
We all know that, right? You asked her to stop being like always arguing with you, or when you do argue, to like talk about it, not act like it didn't happen. And then the first thing she does is argue with you, and like argue with you about something that doesn't make sense, bro. She played with us constantly. Like she was always in the party with us, always playing with us. And if she didn't play, she fell asleep in the party, bro. Like, bro, like half the time she was asking like just random questions about like my ex or like why we broke up, this and that. Like, do I still miss her? All this random shit, bro. Like, asked me to do fucking math homework.
That was funny.
That was funny as hell. Like,
That's
we're trying to play and like I'm doing math homework for her. I'm not even in school. Like, bro, I thought it was fucking hilarious. But yeah, like, it just got to a point where like I feel like when someone tells you that they're willing to change for you, they don't tell you by saying it. They tell you by showing it. And she didn't show any signs that she was willing to change. She just kept saying it and saying it and saying it. The moment she got you back, she went straight back to how she always has
Also,
been.
that one time when I went to the mall
Mhm.
later that day, that situation I told you on the phone when she was on the phone.
Oh yeah. That's fucked up as well.
Yeah, bro. But like me, I know her like the back, man. Like when something's wrong,
I'm listening. I'm just gonna check make sure we're still
Fuck, keep
recording.
going.
Just making sure we're still recording.
Yeah, but like, bro, I know like when something's wrong because she won't have to say anything, but I could just see it on her face, like, yo, she was mad. She literally told me she's like, oh, like, why are you saying that? Like, because like if I don't say it, you're gonna like take it in a different way.
Yeah.
So like I have to like explain it to you for you to understand. Like, yo, look, we're not together. Like this is the situation. Like I'm just chill. Like I'm here for you. We're laughing. We're having fun. Like we're there to see. I'm not gonna say his name. Can I say his name? Makai.
Yeah. You can
No, we was there. It's Makai's last day, bro. That's my guy. I was like, yo, like I'm gonna see him. His last day, bro. Dapped him up. Like, yo, let's see.
Shouts out Makai. You don't fuck with me.
Well, we don't know that for sure.
No, well, I was told multiple times you don't
We're
fuck
not gonna
with
get
me.
into that.
I love you
Yeah.
though, Makai. My fault. Your girl is awesome.
True. No, but like I felt like I had to just clarify it for her because I know she's just gonna like take it in the wrong way and be like, okay, like we're back together now, when we're really not.
But like you were also making mistakes, which is where the lust comes into, right? So,
Yes, I did make that mistake.
and how many times
but,
did we keep
no,
telling you?
No, and I realized it after because like I'm looking at her. She has like the biggest smile, and I swear to you, like,
I'm so sorry.
what?
I'm sorry.
The fuck are you laughing at?
He said, I'm looking at her, she got the biggest smile, bro. And I just imagined it, her smiling, you just being like, yeah, but we not together though.
I swear. Like, no, I didn't even say that, bro. In my head, like I'm looking at her smile, and I'm talking to myself. I'm like, yeah, nigga, you fucked up. Like,
yeah, of course, bro. Of course.
And I'm just like, oh my god. Like,
I told you, anytime that you have that intimacy with someone that you've already had with before, you're bringing back old memories. Like, that's literally what happened with me and my ex in Portugal, bro. It was like, we were supposed to break up multiple times, bro, and it would come back to sex. And then you realize, like, bro, is sex even worth it at that point?
it's not like I was like using her, like, oh, like for that. Like,
No,
it's not
neither
like-
was I, bro. There was still attraction and still, like, emotional connection and, like, love and stuff like that. Or, we'll not say love. We'll say, like, you know, I still had feelings for her. So, you know, obviously, like, I wanted to, and I was hoping that would reconcile the relationship. And it was so much easier to be with someone intimately when you're comfortable with them than when you're not, bro. Because, like, bro, like, especially if you lose your virginity with a person, like, if that's the only person that you've been with, you know,
Yo,
like,
what the fuck? Yo,
if that's the only person that
Hey,
you,
bro,
that you've
just
been
usually I let him cook.
what do you mean? Let him cook? This nigga talking about me.
I'm not.
I swear you are.
Well, now you put yourself in there.
Nah.
Yeah,
I didn't say anything, bro.
Because you have to explain it to this nigga, bro. He's like, oh yeah, word.
Let him cook. Yeah, word.
yeah, bro. Fuck.
I'm gonna stick my dick in your ass, bro. Swear to God. I'm gonna fucking spit in your throat.
All right, yo, it's been a Vibes podcast. Tony, Christian, Joe.
It's Crash Out season
Yes,
2025.
sir.
Peace, love, positivity. No, I give up.